All right, let's do this. We're going to build a business. Right now, right now. But forget about bricks and mortar. We're talking about the ideas. The real foundation that separates a business that booms from one that busts. Ready? Let's get into it.
So let's start with the big one, right? The question that keeps every new entrepreneur up at night. You've got this amazing idea. You've got all the passion in the world, but then you see the stats and man, they are scary. So what gives? What's the secret sauce that so many people just seem to be missing?
Well, here's the thing. It's probably not what you think. It's not some crazy, complicated financial formula or a top-secret marketing hack. Nope. It's actually much, much simpler. It all comes down to a basic, but kind of fatal, misunderstanding of what a business is.
Okay, let's imagine this guy, a baker. He absolutely loves making bread. And his thinking makes sense, right? He's like, hey, people eat every single day. This is a sure thing. I can't fail. Except he did. A few months later, his shop is empty. We're going to break down exactly why his business crumbled so you can make sure yours is built on solid rock from day one.
All right, section 1. Let's lay the foundation. You can't build a strong house on shaky ground, and it's the exact same for a business. The foundation is all about understanding what you are really building, and we have to get this part right.
Okay, lean in for this one, because this is maybe the most important idea in this whole explainer. A business is not about what you sell. It's not about the bread or the haircut or the app. It's a system for creating and delivering value. Value that people are actually willing to open their wallets for. Your product? That's just the delivery truck. Once you get this, I promise you, everything changes.
This right here, this is where the magic happens. It shows the huge gap between what you think you're selling and what your customer is actually buying. Think about it. You're not just washing clothes, you're selling someone their Saturday afternoon back. You're not just selling food, you're selling comfort or a great night out. And this is exactly where our baker went wrong. He thought he was selling bread, but his customers, they were buying the value of waking up to a fresh loaf or trying a new kind of sourdough, things his competition was delivering on. And that's why he failed.
Okay, foundation is down, solid. Now, what's next when you're building a house? You need a blueprint. And look, forget everything you've heard about those massive 50-page business plans that no one ever reads. A real blueprint is just about one thing, clarity. It's your roadmap. Let me show you how simple it could be.
And here it is, your entire blueprint, all on one page. Just 6 simple questions. What problem are you solving? Who for? What's your solution? How do you make money? What do you need? And what does winning even look like? Answering these forces you to get crystal clear on what you're doing. This isn't about writing a novel. It's about having short, sharp answers that will literally guide every single decision you make from here on out.
All right, foundation set, blueprints in hand, it's time to put up the walls. We're going to build the core structure. And you know what? Every single business on the planet, I don't care if it's a lady selling fruit on the corner or a massive tech company, it all stands on these same 4 pillars.
Think of these as the 4 main walls of your business. First, you've got operations. That's just how the business actually runs, the doing the thing part. Then marketing. That's how you get customers in the door. Third, finance. Super important. That's how the money flows in and out. And finally, people. The team, the skills you need to pull it all off. And here's the kicker. If just one of these pillars is wobbly, the whole building is in danger of coming down.
So, let's make this real. Imagine a local food delivery business. The owner might be an amazing cook, right? So operations nailed it. But if they don't do any marketing, nobody knows their amazing food exists. Or maybe they do great marketing, but they get the finance wrong. The cost of food is more than the delivery price. They'll be super busy and go broke. See, all 4 pillars have to work together. They have to be in balance.
So we have our structure. It's looking good. But a building with no electricity is just a shell, right? In business, your power, your electricity, your fuel, it's all about the money. And this is where so many new entrepreneurs get it twisted. They see all the cash coming in, the fuel, but they completely forget to account for what the engine needs to burn just to keep running.
Let's take a barber, for example. He has a pretty good day, 10 clients, and he charges $2,000 a pop. So at the end of the day, he's holding $20,000 in his hand. He feels like a king. He's thinking, wow, I made $20,000 today. But that's not the whole story, not even close.
Because here's what he's forgetting. Every day, he's got costs. He has to pay for his chair space, for the fuel for the generator, for the supplies he uses up. All those little things add up. In his case, they add up to $8,000. That is the fuel the engine burned just to get through the day. So the money he actually gets to take home, his profit, it's only $12,000. You have to burn this into your brain. Revenue is for show, profit is for real. Or as they say, revenue is vanity, profit is sanity. Getting the difference between the big number and the real number is absolutely critical if you want to stay in business.
Okay, so your building is up, the lights are on, but which way are you supposed to go? If you don't have a destination, you're just going to wander around aimlessly. In business, your customer is your compass. They are your true north. They tell you which direction to head in.
Just listen to this quote from a super successful local food vendor. She says, "My customers want food that is hot, fast, affordable, and familiar." That's it. She's not trying to be some five-star restaurant. She knows exactly what her customers value. And those 4 simple words guide every single decision she makes. What's on the menu, how much it costs, even where she sets up her stall. That is a person who knows her compass.
All right, we've done it. The business is built. The foundation is solid, the walls are up, the lights are on, and we know which way we're headed. But we're not done. The last step is maintenance. We've got to protect this thing we've built from all the common problems that can make it fall apart down the road.
And here they are. These are the silent killers. Things like having no records, messing up your pricing, mixing your personal money with business money. They seem small, but they're deadly. Take no record keeping. I know this hairstylist, right? Cash in her pocket every single day, felt super successful, but she never wrote a single thing down. So at the end of the month, did she actually make a profit, or was she just busy? She had no idea. She was flying completely blind. These are the traps you have to avoid.
So let's wrap this all up. What's the big takeaway? It's that building a business isn't some kind of magic. It's a process. It's a structure. You start with a solid foundation, which is all about creating value. You use a simple one-page blueprint so you know where you're going. You build it with 4 strong pillars: operations, marketing, finance, and people. And you guide the entire thing with your customer as your unwavering compass.
Look, just learning this isn't the end of the journey. It's the very beginning. You literally have the blueprint in your hands right now. You know how to build a business that lasts.